discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Of course, I saw the baby in there, so I pulled the baby out, got him on the bed. The baby was completely gone.
It seemed like she'd been trying to hide this pregnancy from her mother.
I was really surprised not one person asked me about the baby.
And nothing was crying.
If it was alive, if it was dead, if it was a boy, if it was a girl, no one asked me anything.
On the night of January 27, 2023, 19-year-old Alexi Trevizo arrived at Artesia General Hospital with her mother, complaining of severe lower back pain. During routine testing, doctors discovered she was pregnant. When informed, Alexi reportedly denied the pregnancy, insisting she was still a virgin and that the test was wrong. Before doctors could perform further examinations, she quietly asked to use the restroom. No one realized those next 20 minutes would change everything. When hospital staff entered the restroom after Alexi came out, they made a horrifying discovery. Inside a trash bag hidden in the bathroom trash can, they found a newborn baby. Hospital personnel immediately alerted law enforcement.
She was having back pain, so we started working her up. We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood and shit everywhere. She was cleaning it up. Okay. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. Mm-hmm. So the doctor started doing a vaginal exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom. She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it. Okay. So when they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah, how old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term.
Soon afterward, officers and medical staff entered Alexi's hospital room to inform her mother about the devastating discovery.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out of me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this.
But
I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here.
just put
Stop.
it in-
Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her out there as soon as possible.
Okay.
I need your permission to transfer her for medicals. She needs to
She's
be
19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
She's still 19 years
you're
old.
right. You're right. She needs to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's 19.
Keep out of me.
But you need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor delivery. In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and there'll be an investigator and everything. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But we need to do this correctly. And I want to be transparent with you about what our steps are gonna be.
Alexi continued to insist that the baby never cried, seemingly trying to justify what had happened. However, her explanation did little to change the situation. The officers acknowledged her statement, but continued explaining the next steps of the investigation and what would happen moving forward.
Do you guys have? I'm the charge nurse here. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? Nothing,
9 months?
nothing was crying.
Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
Nothing was crying.
We have to gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement. They're going to get the doctor's statements. They're going to get everybody's statements, okay? So I don't know everything yet, okay? So I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you nothing, honestly, okay? All I can say
She's
is
not going to go to jail.
right now she
No.
right now she's being detained, so she's not going to leave from here at all. Period. Okay. So one of us will
She's
be
in your custody? Like,
Yeah, she's detained. Yeah, she's not under arrest, but she is detained. Okay, she's not free to leave. So while this whole thing is coming up, you're not free to leave. Okay, one of us will be in here the whole time with you, because you're not going to try to leave or nothing like that. All right. Like I said, the detectives will be here. They're going to talk to you. I mean, your care is of the utmost right now, okay? They're going to do what they need to do to take care of you to make sure you get stable. They get you transferred out or whatever. Like I said, the detectives already been notified. They're already on the way. So they're going to come talk to you, all right? So don't leave. Don't try to do nothing. One of us is always going to be in here in this room with you, okay? Unless we have to step out for doctor's orders or something like that because they need to examine you or do something with you. But other than that, like I said, you are detained. You are not free to leave at this point. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
As the officer spoke with a detective on the phone, Alexi's mother immediately began questioning her daughter about the baby.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth.
When we got in there.
Where did
517
you put the baby at?
836 460.
That came out in the toilet?
Bag. It was right.
You put it in the bag?
Yes.
Yeah.
In what bag?
In the bag.
Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for
Mom,
this baby.
Mom, alright, just give it time, okay? I'm going to speak to detectives whenever she's ready, okay?
After the initial discovery, nurses performed additional medical examinations on Alexi. The test confirmed that she had recently given birth, reinforcing what hospital staff had already suspected. Meanwhile, Alexi's mother, Rosa, went to the waiting room, where the baby's father and several other family members were gathered. Rosa insisted that she had no idea her daughter was pregnant. She also expressed deep concern about what had happened to Alexi and the events that had unfolded inside the hospital.
What's gonna happen with her? Like,
So she's gonna get treatment before we even talk to her because she needs to be stabilized. So that's why she didn't let it out.
okay.
Once she gets stabilized, we'll try and talk to her. The baby's gonna go up north for autopsy. More likely it'll be done within the next day.
Is she gonna get detained after, like, she's released? How?
Get what?
Like, are y'all gonna take her into custody or anything like that? Like,
That depends on what the DA finds. We have to wait for the autopsy to come back to see what happened.
You know, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know she was pregnant. I didn't know. I just thought, like she said, I have back pain more. My hips are hurting me. I think I need to go to the chiropractor. I said, okay, let's go tomorrow. But she was like in really a lot of pain, and you know.
When did it start?
Like the pain?
Yes.
Yesterday she said it was really bad, that her hips were hurting and her back. And then last night we're on the phone together and she said her hips were hurting bad. I asked her if anything else was hurting, and she said just everything. And she went to sleep.
But she's a cheerleader too, so she's big in cheers. They have cheer competition. She works out. I mean.
And she's been active this whole
yeah,
time?
she's been active this whole time.
According to medical staff, Alexi was experiencing significant bleeding after giving birth and required specialized medical care. Because of her condition, she was airlifted by helicopter to another hospital, where an obstetrician could treat her.
Lexi, so you're getting transport, okay? So you're not detained no more. The detectives will be contacting you, okay? So they'll get a hold of you. So let me get your social security number real quick.
My mom has that.
Okay, give me a good phone number for you. Is it 1006 East Mill? Is that still your current street address?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, they'll be in contact with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
As Alexi was being transferred, detectives began piecing together the timeline of events. They interviewed nurses, doctors, and other hospital employees. Despite speaking with different staff members, their accounts shared one common detail: the shock and horror they felt after entering the bathroom and seeing what had been left behind after Alexi came out.
She started feeling a little better, and then she said she needed to go have a bowel movement, and that's kind of when the whole thing happened.
So what did you do after that? So when she went to do the bowel movement, where were you at?
Initially, I was at the nurse's station, and then at some point I went and kind of checked on her, knocked on the door, seeing if she needed anything. She denied. She said she didn't need anything.
Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything.
Toilet flush?
Yes, after a while I started hearing, so I probably checked on her 2 to 3 times, I'm not exactly sure. And then I just kept hearing paper towel dispenser and flushing and like the water running. And I knocked again, did she need anything? Denied anything. And then eventually it got to a point where I said, you need to come out. And I asked the clerk to get the key to unlock the door, because obviously she locked the door to go to the restroom. And whenever we finally had the key to unlock it, she opened it and just kind of walked out.
Did she say anything at that point?
She didn't say anything. She was just looking kind of straight past me and went back to the room.
Did you look into the restroom?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
what did you
so
see?
Went into the restroom and I saw a large amount of blood.
Where
And it was on the floor. It appeared to, like she had tried to wipe it up in places. It was kind of on the back wall behind the commode, the toilet. And so I said, you know, you okay? What happened? And she said, I'm on my period, is what she said. And she walked out. And then I went in, because at this point we had already received the positive pregnancy lab test.
When was that?
I couldn't tell you the exact time, but I know prior to that, we got a positive pregnancy test on her.
Okay, prior to the bowel movement, did you tell her that y'all got a positive?
No, the doc hadn't been in there to tell her yet.
Okay, so, okay.
Yeah, so went in there, and I did look into the trash can at that time to see if there had been anything tossed, but the liner was fresh and completely empty. I didn't pick up the can, obviously I would have known, but I just looked in the can and there was nothing in there. It was a fresh liner.
So there's no trash in the liner?
There was nothing in there, yeah.
According to hospital staff, Alexi went into the restroom around 1 a.m. and locked the door. Nurses checked on her periodically to make sure she was okay. At first, they gave her privacy, but after about 20 minutes, they became concerned and asked her to come out. Once Alexi returned to her room, nurses entered the restroom and discovered the horrifying scene she had left behind. When interviewed by detectives, some nurses said they believed Alexi had known she was pregnant all along and had been hiding it. They suspected her actions that night were intentional. However, that was the staff's opinion and later became a key issue in the criminal case.
Could you just start from the beginning?
I actually had contact with the baby.
Okay.
She had buzzed to go to the bathroom, so one of the nurses was going in there anyways because she was gonna set up for them to do pap smear and everything. So she was like, "I'll go ahead and disconnect her," and she'd go to the bathroom. So I was like, "All right." So she was in the bathroom, and then Chris, which is one of our other nurses, he was like, because I was like, "Dang, she's flushing that toilet like an awful lot."
Oh, so you noticed her toilet
flushing? Yes, and then he was like, "Well, damn." So I went and I knocked on the door. And I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm just having a hard time going to the bathroom," is what she replied. So I was like, "Okay." And then I was like, "Well, push the call light if you need anything."
So you told her to push the call light?
Yeah, she needed anything. And then, like, a few more flushes had gone by, and then that's when Chris was like, "I don't know," because I told him, "What if she's having a miscarriage in there and, flushing stuff down the toilet?" So he knocked on the door and he's like, "You gotta unlock this door." And then she wouldn't reply. And he's like, "If you don't reply," he goes, and then that's when she heard him call for me. And he was like, "Laura, you got the spare key to this bathroom?" And I was like, "Yeah." Because we keep like a ring of keys by the desk where I sit. So I went and I got the key, and just as we were getting ready to open the door, she opened it, and all I saw was like blood everywhere, like on the walls, on the toilet. It just looked like a horror film.
And you say where it is also on the floor too?
Yes.
Okay.
And then,
Now, was it covering the floor, or was it like splotches?
You could tell she was wiping it up with paper towels because it was like smeared.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, when we opened up the door, we saw that, and then I noticed she had bloody footprints that she was leaving, going back to the room that we had put her in. So I had called housekeeping, which was Leela, and I was like, "Hey Leela, I'm sorry to bother you." I said, "But I think this patient just had a miscarriage in her bathroom and she left like a mess. If you could come and clean it." And she said, "Okay." So she came down and she started cleaning it, and then she went to pick up the wastebasket, and then she put the basket down and she yelled for me, and she was like, "Lori, come here, the wastebasket's heavy." And I was like, What do you mean the wastebasket's heavy? So when I picked it up and I moved it towards the door, I was like, "Shit, it is heavy." So I pulled it out because it had like a fresh liner inside, so we didn't think nothing of it because we looked. So when I pulled the liner out, there was like paper towels, and we had rolled trash bags already in there, but she had grabbed a few and like balled them up and put them on top of him. So when I removed them, that's when I noticed the baby on the bottom of the trash can just wrapped in the bag, like. She had it tight, like because it was the top was twisted, and then like tucked under, like so it wouldn't open up. that's when I noticed it even more, because all I saw was black and purple. But once we picked it up, like the bag suctioned to his face. And that's when I yelled for my charge nurse, which was HT. And I told him, hey, she put her baby in the trash can. So I handed the baby to him. And he took off to the trauma room and opened up the bag. And then that's when we went and got Dr. Vasquez.
So, can you tell me everything that happened on January 27th?
So when I went in there, it was a glory bloody massacre mess.
Could you describe it if possible?
Yeah, there was blood everywhere. There was blood on the floor, on the wall.
Do you remember which wall?
The one behind the toilet, and then the one on the side right here. You know, there's the one where the toilet sits, back of that.
Yeah.
And then on the side. Actually, it was all over the place, all over the floor, because even when I was going into the bathroom, there was blood on the coming out of the bathroom, on the floor.
Okay.
So it was everywhere.
Okay.
So there's blood coming out of the bathroom? Do you
Yeah,
know how far it went?
footsteps.
Okay.
I think they were the person that was in there, her footsteps.
And what else happened?
Oh, okay, then I went in there and then I started cleaning. When I went to go through the trash, I felt that when I picked up the trash and I looked in it, there was there was trash in it. But I knew that it didn't feel like when I picked it up, it was some weight. So I thought it was the trash bags, because we put the trash bags on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started getting the trash out, and then when I did that, I seen that there was a baby in there. And that's when I freaked out, and I called Lori and HT, or the nurses up front.
What made the situation even more heartbreaking was that the nurses appeared deeply concerned about the newborn. According to hospital staff, neither Alexi nor her mother seemed to show much interest in the baby, a detail that left a lasting impression on those who witnessed the events that night.
I usually, when there's like one or two things in the wastebasket, I usually pick it up and take it out, but I didn't that night. And then, like, I've been kicking myself on this, because I feel like, if I would have just taken it out, I would have seen it.
Well, no one prepares for that type of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't act like that. So don't blame yourself for it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a natural thing to do.
I mean, it's just hard because I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. And I've dealt with death before, but never like this.
Right.
It was horrible.
I remember she came in with back pain, and they had put her in, they were going to treat her in triage 1 with some regular medications for back pain. Ran a pregnancy test on her, and they found out that she was pregnant. The dynamics between the mother and the daughter, because the daughter was completely denying she was pregnant, and the mother was relatively upset about that she was pregnant.
Okay.
And then I told Lori, call housekeeping, they got to come clean this up. Which time she called Leela, who was on call for housekeeping. Then I was just sitting there, and then the next thing, Lori comes and goes, HT, oh my God, you better come to the bathroom. And I go in the bathroom, and she goes, something's in the trash can. I'm like, I looked in there, there's a clean liner. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, pick it up. I picked it, I could feel the weight. I knew then we had a serious problem. I just grabbed the trash can and went right across the hall into trauma 2. The liner was pulled out, but there was another trash bag in there in the bottom, but it was all it was rolled up. So I had to tear it apart. And then, of course, I saw the baby in there. So I pulled the baby out, got him on the bed, checked for signs of life. There was absolutely no life whatsoever. I immediately came out of there. After I did that, went into the room where she was performing the vaginal exam, and I immediately told her, you have to come out now. And she came out, and we went into trauma 2, and she reassessed the baby. At that time, between me and Chris and her, we determined, there was no reason for us to begin any life saving. The baby was completely gone.
Did they have any comments?
Not one.
Really?
I was really surprised. Not one person asked me about the baby. If it was alive, if it was dead, if it was a boy, if it was a girl, no one asked me anything. Multiple babies, and I've seen multiple miscarriages, and I've never seen a reaction like that.
How would you describe the reaction?
I think there was no emotion except for herself. There was no concern for the baby. No one asked me any questions about the baby. Not even the family members, when I went out there and talked to them, did they say, normally people, I would think, would say, was it a boy, a girl? No one asked me one question about the baby at all, not one.
During the examination after the delivery, 2 different nurses spoke with Alexi Trevizo. During those conversations, she revealed that she had been taking birth control pills. Prosecutors later argued that this, along with other evidence, suggested she knew she was pregnant before arriving at the hospital.
She essentially was scared. She was worried that she was going to get in trouble. She did have the back and forth with her mother that was just about like, oh, the mom was upset because she had had sex and hadn't told her. So they were going back and forth on that, and then she was just denying it.
So the patient was denying having sex at this point to her mom?
Yeah, she was trying to state that she was still a virgin.
After she came in from the bathroom and all the blood and all that. Okay.
So did the pelvic, and then I think shortly after that the mom was in the waiting room after that. And then she was just worried. She was asking me like what was going to happen. I told her obviously I did not know.
Is this when you found out she was worried about getting in trouble? Did she tell you anything like?
She didn't say anything about what had happened. She was just essentially worried that she was just going to get in trouble.
So that's what I mean. Were those the questions she was asking?
Like so, what's going to happen to me?
Did she ever ask about the baby?
No.
Not once.
And so her focus was her getting in trouble. And anything other than that she talked to you about?
She did at one point in time when the ultrasound tech was in the room with her ask if there was anything. She pretty much said, would there be any like bad outcomes if she had stopped taking one medication and stopped taking another? And I said, well, what medications are you talking about? She said, well, what would happen if I stopped taking birth control and started taking weight loss medications? Well, it seemed like she'd been trying to hide this pregnancy from her mother for some time. So if you know you're pregnant, you're not going to continue taking birth control pills. But if you're trying to hide it, you might start taking weight loss medications. That's just kind of what it seemed like in my head.
Okay, just want to make sure, because it seems like it to me. Just want to make sure. I'm not thinking.
And was the argument between her and her mom pretty heated?
I wouldn't say heated. It was awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah, like they were going back and forth, and her mom was definitely angry.
I didn't want to have a conversation with her after I was given this information, but she was talking to me, and while I'm trying to get things set up, and she says, I don't know what's going on. She said, I didn't know I was pregnant. I'm a cheerleader. I started gaining a lot of weight. My clothes were tight. I was taking birth control pills. So she said this didn't make any sense to me.
An autopsy later ruled the baby's death a homicide, concluding that entrapment in a plastic bag and lack of oxygen were contributing factors. With those findings, investigators had strong evidence to move forward with criminal charges against Alexi Trevizo.
I'll bring her out. Just tell me what's going on.
There's a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, for what?
I will give it to her whenever.
Can I see a warrant?
She can see the warrant when she gets arrested.
But this is my house. Yeah, I have a right to see the warrant.
I'll let you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we get all of it, she'll get a copy of it.
She gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there when you take her up there?
Yeah.
I'll call her lawyer, everything? Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18.
I understand that, Detective Gonzalez. What is she under arrest for?
She has a warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
Now, she's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
And we'll tell you that, but we
Okay, then let me know now.
We need the cooperation.
Let me know now. I'm giving you the cooperation. I told you everything. Answer my question.
Well,
what is she under arrest for?
Like I said, she's over the age of 18. Like, that we can't relinquish that information. But if you bring her out here, we'll tell you.
What is she under arrest for?
If you bring her out here, we'll tell you right in front of you.
No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under arrest
She's going to
for.
get arrested regardless, ma'am. I mean, that's just, I don't know why you
For
want
what?
to do this.
For what? For what?
You okay with telling me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence?
Yes.
At the hospital?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, can we see her now?
Give me a minute. Please don't be rough with her, please.
Just bring her out. You can be with her the entire time, okay?
You know where the public safety complex is? 3300 West Main?
You can follow us over there. I will take you there. You can follow me over there.
What's your name?
Alexi.
Okay. What's the last 4 of your social?
She don't even know it.
Oh, no.
So, I don't know. I don't remember.
Alexi, do you know your date of birth?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
11/25/03.
Alexi, are you okay with your mom getting your criminal complaint when we get to the detention center? It has your personal information
Can
on
you
it.
repeat that?
Are you okay with your mother getting the criminal complaint? It has your personal identifying information on it. Serial number, date of birth.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. No medications, anything you need to take while you're in there?
No, sir.
Okay.
She has still been, like, bleeding, so I don't know if she needs...
Do you have any, I don't know if they have tampons.
They do have family products.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure if you take your own, you can use your own if you need it.
Can she? Do you want to grab some? Can she grab some of that right quick? Or?
Yes.
What's in there? Personal meds?
Yeah, she needs them.
Follow me.
Alexi Trevizo was charged with first-degree murder, or alternatively child abuse resulting in death, as well as tampering with evidence. She is currently awaiting trial, and if convicted on the most serious charge, could face life in prison.